Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Hello, Ola.
Garfield party has begun. We've won the global awards. We get a lot of companies contact us every day. We are recording the careers. You know what's the most incredible thing about running my business? I get to work with the most talented people in the world, not just in my city, not just in my country, but all over the world, literally anywhere. And today I want you to meet the most amazing people that I have on my team all over the world. Incredible people across 4 countries, 8 cities, 6 time zones. This is what happens when you build a remote first company. And here's what people don't realize about remote teams. When you remove geography as a barrier, you don't just get access to better talent, you get access to different perspectives, different energy, different ways of thinking. Alyssa in California is starting her day when Michelle in Barcelona is wrapping up hers. The time zones are so interesting. Here in Brazil, I get the benefit of being sandwiched between 2 of our biggest markets, Europe and North America. Right now, we're 4 hours behind London, 1 hour in front of New York. The time zone also allows me to connect with Australia and New Zealand in my afternoons and evenings, which is great. I love my team. I love our remote first culture, and I'm excited that you'll have the opportunity to meet everybody during this episode.
Hi. I'm Alberto, but everybody calls me Albi, and I'm in London, United Kingdom, even though I originally come from Italy, the north of Italy. And one thing that's unique about London is the amount of foxes that we have just roaming around the streets and amongst people. And at night they cry kind of like babies. And I think that's quite unique because I've never seen so many foxes in my life before moving here. I like to use that extra time in ways that make my day feel fuller. So some mornings I would sleep in a little longer if I'm particularly tired, but I would say that most often I use that time to do things that I would otherwise feel too rushed to do. So for example, making a nice breakfast or fitting in a quick workout or going for a walk in the morning or go get coffee at my local cafe. So it just feels like a bonus time that I get given back. Working from home allows me to balance personal life and work life in a better way, because during my break I would maybe do a quick laundry or run a small errand nearby. And then I get to the end of the day with more energy to see people, do my hobbies, and in general feel more refreshed and less exhausted than working from an office. I love working from home because it gives me a real sense of calm. So I love sometimes putting music while I'm working or changing location. So sometimes I work from a room at my desk, or I would go to the kitchen, or sometimes in the living room, sometimes even outside when it's nice. So I do love having that flexibility and that familiarity in my space.
So today is a very exciting day because Elby and I are going to celebrate the launch of the Garfield IAMS campaign. Now, he has been working on that for the last 6 months. And what we like to do when we launch a big campaign is we have a little bit of a celebration. So I've got my Garfield shirt on. I've got a jumper to put on as well. I'm wearing my Garfield socks. I don't know if you can see those. And most importantly, I've cooked a lasagna. So from what I understand, Elby also has a lasagna ready to go, and we're going to eat it together and talk about the campaign so you can learn a bit more about how we were involved with the process and how fun it was. So I'm going to log on in just a moment.
Hello.
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 How you
Garfield
doing?
party. Good.
Garfield party has begun.
Nice.
I want to let you know that I'm not only wearing a Garfield shirt, I also have a Garfield jumper to put on as well.
Oh,
So
crumble.
I'm gonna double Garfield it. Have you got your lasagna?
Yes, it's here.
Let us see.
Cooling down. It's so hot. It
Oh,
looks
wow,
great
look at
because I
that. That
chopped
looks
it up.
delicious. Here is one that I made earlier. There we
Oh,
go.
nice. That's proper.
It's
That's
like
proper.
tall and looks quite delicious. Before we start eating our lasagna, I mean, we can start, but tell us about the campaign that we've been working on for the last, 6 or 8 months that's going live now?
Yes. Yeah, it's been really fun. I love Garfield. He's been one of my favorites forever. I feel like kids always love Garfield, and I was one of them. So it's been an honor to work with Garfield.
Yeah, so tell us about the campaign. So it's launching in the US and it's for IAMS. What else can you tell us?
Yes, so it's a campaign for IAMS, which is a cat food brand, and they're launching a new formulation of cat food to help cats that are overweight to lose weight. So the campaign is launching specifically in the US, and there were a lot of materials. So we had a main 15-second film where we see Garfield going to the vet with John, and John is asking about Garfield's diet. And John is just saying that Garfield eats lasagna because of course he does. And the vet looks a bit concerned at the information that John just gave, and then puts Garfield on a scale, and the scale just completely goes crazy.
Lasagna?
Lasagna.
As in lasagna?
As you would expect. And of course, the nurse is like, lasagna? She's shocked.
Yes.
She's shocked. And
Shocked,
John, who's
yeah.
just so, innocent, he's like, well, what's wrong with lasagna? What's wrong with cats eating lasagna?
Exactly.
How is your lasagna? How's it tasting?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. How's yours?
Really good. I mean, we actually made this on the weekend, and I had a taste of it on Sunday, so I knew what to expect. But it's pretty delicious. So tell us what else is happening. From what I understand, they're also launching a billboard. By the time this goes live, it would have also gone live too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, the first piece of material that went live was an ESO in vet clinics across the US. There are clinics that are part of the IAMS network. So it's basically a really nice ESO with a QR code that redirects to IAMS website with Garfield on it. It's a lovely pose of Garfield, and it's just to help pet owners to know better about their pet's diet. And then, as you mentioned, there's going to be a billboard launching that will be in Minneapolis at the Mall of America. And it's a huge billboard that Garfield basically made collapse. So the billboard was one straight, and then Garfield got on it and the billboard collapsed. And so did the words and all the rest of the billboard on a car.
Wow. A lot of impact.
Really...
So can you tell us any kind of like learnings from this campaign working with a character like Garfield? Like, are there any things that sort of came up where from the approval standpoint that we needed to make sure that the agency was mindful of?
Yeah, I think, and Paramount have been great with that because they've been very clear. They know, of course, the character super well, and it's one of the most loved characters in their portfolio. So they always made it very clear that Garfield had to maintain his core DNA, so he couldn't be shown suddenly loving Mondays or hating lasagna or being super active and fit and loving exercise, because that's not who he is. So I think the main learning from the campaign was that the character's DNA has to be respected, even if they're put in a different environment, even if it's for an advertising campaign. Of course, it's not the new Garfield movie, but it's important that the character maintains that core DNA, because that's what people recognize, that's what people love, and yeah, that's what people laugh about.
We get that a lot with a lot of the campaigns, don't we? It's fine to put a character in an unusual situation that we may have never seen them in before, but they have to react to things in a really authentic way. Exactly. We've had that with lots of different projects we've worked on, that we always have to make sure that we're keeping the essence of that character.
Exactly. And John as well, because I think, of course, in real life, cat owners shouldn't be shamed, but they should be told off if they're not taking care of their cat. But in the context of Garfield, John is not doing it because he doesn't care about Garfield. John is just as oblivious as Garfield is, and is just doing his best. And Garfield loves lasagna, so John is feeding him lasagna.
So tell me what Garfield means to you, because personally, I grew up with Garfield, and I've been desperate to work on a project with Garfield since we started the business 11 years ago. What did you grow up watching or reading Garfield as well?
Watching it, yes. And he's such a cheeky and mischievous character that, I've always empathized with it, because kind of breaking the rules, but not even, just not caring about the rules, just living his life, and just so iconic. I think it's just so iconic.
I remember when I was younger, I'd go to the library and they would always have like the comic strip books, and I'd borrow them and read them and swap them with friends. And I used to love it. I used to get so annoyed once I'd read through all of them in a library. I'm like, I've read that one. I've read that one 5 times. Yeah, I really, really loved Garfield. I mean, I still do. Really.
Yeah, I agree. He's a great one. And Odie as well. Odie has a little cameo in one of the 6-second edits, because apart from the main film, there's also 3 6-second films that are 3 different situations where Garfield has been put by I.M. So one is Garfield going on the scales, another one is Garfield chasing a laser, and then the third one is Garfield having this huge burp after a big meal of his. And in the burp one, Odie's ears just flap in the wind with Garfield's burp. So yeah, it's good that Odie got his little cameo as well.
Love it. Very good. Well, congratulations, LB, on all your hard work. I know that you've been living and breathing Garfield for almost the entire year. So well done. You did such a brilliant job managing that on behalf of the team. And enjoy your lasagna. Well deserved.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Okay.
See you later.
Cheers to Garfield.
So there is a great range. At the moment, there's probably 3 collections, and there's a 4th collection, which is an old collection, which we might bring back.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Clark. I'm the Product Development Coordinator for Born to License, and I've lived in Indianapolis, Indiana my entire life. Indianapolis is often considered the racing capital of the world because we host the Indy 500 every Memorial Day weekend, which draws in 300,000 people to Speedway, Indiana, just to watch the race. I love working from home because I can spend my lunch break however I want to, whether that is doing chores or eating lunch with my friends that I couldn't otherwise do working in an office. Remote working allows me to have more time to do the things that I like doing, especially during the weekdays. For example, going to trivia nights or doing a line dancing lesson. Since I don't have to spend an hour in traffic every day, I like to use that time to sit on my patio with my cats and call my family and friends just to see how they're doing. I'm very grateful to be working remotely, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hi, I'm Alyssa, and I'm based here in Los Angeles, California, in a small beach town called Seal Beach. Seal Beach is most well known probably for its super long pier. It has one of the largest piers in North America, and that's what I like to do each day. I love to take a walk down the pier, especially as the sun's beginning to set. I also think it's really fun that I can see all of the cargo ships coming into the Long Beach pier, and you can always tell when Christmas or one of the big holidays is coming because there's so many more ships delivering all those awesome licensed consumer products. I personally love being remote because I think it allows us to reframe the energy that we put in to our day and our work days in particular. I love being able to start my day when I'm ready. Sometimes that's very early in the mornings, anytime I get a chance usually. But sometimes, if we need to work late at night, it doesn't take us too far from our families. I love being able to be home to cook and eat with my family every night. I love getting out and enjoying the beautiful beach lifestyle that I'm lucky enough to have here in Seal Beach, and it enables me to have those extra couple of hours of daylight to really enjoy that beach lifestyle. I also love being able to work from home because I'm able to be close to my family. I'm lucky enough to live with a little market research vehicle that has me well and truly tapped into the current trends, from everything preschool to Halloween, the latest toys, the latest animation. And it's great to be able to sort of have a serious meeting about the potential of something, and then be able to go out into my lounge room and ask my son directly, have you seen this? What do you think of this? And I think that's one of the things that makes, our real lives at work really meaningful, when we can take it home easily every day.
Hi, I'm Brenna, and I live in St. Louis, Missouri. If you're not familiar with St. Louis, we have the Arch. Working from home allows me to spend more time with my pups. Go get it, pup! Working from home also allows me to spend more time on my hobbies and look at my garden this year because of it. It's great. Also, just so you know, you only need like 4 watermelon plants. Otherwise, it's gonna be a madhouse and they will grow everywhere. PSA. But in all seriousness, working from home is great for my mental health. It's great for my dogs. And it's just great because it gives me more time in the day. It gives me more flexibility and more freedom. And I couldn't be more thankful.
Just finished Pilates on my way home. I'm rushing home because one of my posts on LinkedIn this week, and also another one I did today about K-pop demon hunters, is doing quite well. And this isn't unusual. LinkedIn, I have 15,000 followers, but on Instagram, I only have 500, a measly 550 or something. So I'm on a bit of a mission to increase my Instagram follower base, to try and be that voice in licensing. And this topic about K-pop demon hunters not having any toys is getting a lot of attention, and it's something that I think will go really well on Instagram. So I'm gonna go home, have a shower, and record that, and then let's see how it goes. Good luck to me. You don't really know if a client's going to be a good client or an amazing client until we really start working with them and understand their business a bit more.
And do these contracts expire? Like, when renewals come up, are you guys potentially cut out?
So I'm about to do this Instagram post recording. You can see I've got 3 phones. So that one that I'm talking to you now on, but this one I'm going to do the actual recording, and this one's a teleprompter because I have to be very careful with what I say with this, because I want to be very specific about why K-pop demon hunters doesn't have any toys right now. So let's see if I can do this in one go. Probably not. If you're wondering why there are no K-pop demon hunter toys out there, I'm going to tell you. Hey Matt.
Hey.
You're the first to your own party. Hey Juliana.
Hey.
Hey Brenna.
Hi Brenda. Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Hey Albie. Hey
Hello
Eduardo.
guys.
Hello. Want to welcome Matt to the team. Matt, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you here. And let's go kick some goals. Can't wait to see some new clients coming through.
Absolutely. Nice to meet everyone.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Bye, guys.
Speak to you all soon. Bye.
Bye.
So it's coming up to the end of Thursday, and I'm just having a look at my socials and seeing what's happening with my K-pop posts. LinkedIn, as expected, we've had close to 9,000 impressions, lots of comments, 78 comments. So that's good. Instagram, I have actually boosted it, and it's still only got just over 1,000 views. This is the video that I made this morning, so it's a different post than what I put on LinkedIn, which was a static post. So that's 37 likes, 2 comments, 3 reshares. It's really not great. It's not where I want to be. But again, I've only got now 570 followers, where LinkedIn I've got 15,000. So, I'm starting at a much lower base. Now, if you're watching this, do me a favor, go onto my Instagram. It's David Bourne, but the O in Bourne is 0 because I think David Bourne O was taken by somebody. So please go on my Instagram, follow me, and I'll keep giving you some great content, I promise. I love Thursday evenings when I finish at the gym because it means I only have to do runs for the rest of the week. Tomorrow morning, I have I think a 9-kilometer run, so a relatively easy run compared to what will come on Saturday, which will be, I think it's going to be 28 kilometers, so a long run. But my Pilates and my gym workout is all done for the week, which is crazy.
Hi, I'm Eduardo, I'm in Curitiba, Brazil, and one thing that makes my hometown so special is capivaras, for sure. There are a lot of capivaras here. They are so nice, so cute, and also in Curitiba we have a lot of landscape and beautiful parks, so I love the city, and remote work saved me a lot of community time. I usually spend that extra time by doing new things, learning new things, and reading some books that really helps me to relax more and recharge, so I don't need to get stuck in a traffic jam. I personally love working from home because it gives more flexibility and a better balance between work and personal life. I feel more focused and creative in my own space, and work from home also allows me to enjoy my hobbies more, like I really like to reading, playing guitar. And ride by motorcycle. And of course, spend more time with my family. The impact on my life has been amazing. I feel happier, more balanced and inspired in everything I do. So this is a little bit of my life outside the work, and I'm really thankful for having this remote work because it gives more freedom for everything.
My name is Jenna. I live in Surrey in England, and what is unique to my hometown is that it is the home of Wimbledon tennis, where I no longer have to commute into London. The additional time that I have extra is usually spent getting up early, going to the gym, where I do cardio, strength training, spin classes, and then that gets me ready and raring to go for the day. For me personally, the reason I love working from home is I just like to be surrounded in my own space, being cozy. I've got my snack cupboard, I have my calming music on in the background. My tea break will be 5 minutes outside, providing the weather is good, and it's just cozy. It's just nice. I feel like remote working gives you that freedom that if you need a change of environment, you can go where you want to go. So one day I will work in a lovely office around the corner from me, and then other days I just need to be surrounded in my own home. To have that work-life balance is just it means a lot. The impact that working from home has on my life, there's a few reasons. Being able to look after my family whilst working and not having to stress about having to be in
getting home from London so I can be there for them. That's been a big one, which is, makes it a lot less stressful. And then on the fun side, being able to work in various different locations. Yesterday I worked at London Bridge in a gorgeous office, and on my lunch break went to Borough Market and got to try loads of different foods, which I love. So it's had a real positive impact on my life, and I'm really thankful for that. So.
Hi, my name is Juliana. I'm from Curitiba, Brazil. And something very cool and unique about my city is that we have a lot of parks here. And we can see capybaras walking around like they own the place. They are very friendly and cute. So if you want, you can even take pictures with them. They don't care. I like to spend the time that I save from getting to work with my family, especially with my daughter Mel. She's 1 year and 10 months, and we can play. We can go to the park. We can read books. And when I'm by myself, I like to read, go for walks, or sometimes I just want to sit down, watch a movie, series, relax, and have some time for myself. I love that I can start my day having breakfast with my family without rushing out the door. I can avoid traffic. I can dress comfortably. And something really special that only moms will understand is that I can have some quiet time. So when I'm working is when I listen to music, I listen to the news, and have some me time that it's really important and makes my day so much better. Working from home gives me the chance to go pick up my daughter from school every day. I can go to the gym very early in the morning and to my dance classes in the evening. I also have more time to cook healthier meals here for me and my family. So it's very amazing to have this balance between my work and my personal life and this extra time with my family.
So I'm doing a shortish run this morning. I'm ahead of my long run tomorrow, which is 28 kilometers. But before I start, I just want to double check and see what's happening on the socials. So the K-pop post on LinkedIn has had about 10,500 impressions. We have 87 comments. I always reply to every comment, or most comments, so half of those are probably me replying. 1 repost, 81 reactions. On Instagram, which remember, we put paid behind this, only like $20, so it's not like a big deal. I'm just kind of dipping my toe in the water with that. We've got 2,000 impressions. We've got 69 likes, 13 comments, which include some replies from me, and 5 shares, which one I think was me as well. So it's going okay. I'll probably keep the paid media component going for another day. I think this story has legs. I think there's demand out there. All you need on Instagram is one person with a big audience to see this and share it. So that's sort of what I'm waiting for. So let's see. All right, I'm going for my run.
3, 2, 1, action.
And remember, the most expensive licensing deal is the one that doesn't deliver results. Choose wisely, and I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to hear more from me, make sure to like and subscribe.
One more done.
Yay! We were helping owners of some of the greatest brands in the world expand their reach without the risk and investment of manufacturing.
Trying to eat food montage.
Let's talk about Everything Vlog, episode 1.
Yeah.
So in content planning board on Monday, we do have this, and I've sort of made a few adjustments here. Here is kind of episode flow. I've taken kind of like the bigger segments that we've built. We've got like Thursday the 21st, August, at nighttime is me speaking to the camera about the marathon, which we've got that. So that's essentially what we need to spend more time on today, is to figure out what does episode 1 look like? What do we include?
This is the intro, like that.
and so cut to the meeting that we did a few days ago to discuss about the name. We could like burn orography, burn love, everything like that.
If it's like, this will be like 30 seconds, this will be like 30 seconds, this will be like another 30 seconds. So that can be added as well. But yeah, you'll probably need to spend a lot of time just looking at everything.
Yeah, like, to be honest with you, I guess I would take like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
To
just look at all the
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
6 weeks to go to the Melbourne Marathon. Today I'm running 28 kilometers, relatively slow, probably an average of 5-10 minutes per kilometer. It should take me about 2.5 hours or so. Yeah, feeling ready for that. Let's do it. All right, 28 kilometers done. That'll be one of the longest runs I do while I'm training. The longest will be 33. So, as you probably know, a marathon is 42. I'll never run close to that until the actual day, because that's pretty exhausting. I need to just train up until 33, and then in the weeks leading up to the big day, I really kind of drop off my training to try and preserve my energy. And then a few days leading up, here's the carb loading, which is a really fun part of marathon training. Lots of bread. I do find on LinkedIn that the posts that do the best, that get the most impressions, that get the most engagement from those that follow me on LinkedIn are anything that's sort of debatable, anything that's topical. So something that's kind of like in the news at the moment that everyone's talking about. If I put out sort of like my take or my spin on something that's very topical and people start talking about it. So when people start commenting on my post, it's more likely to show up on their feeds as well. And if you get some people make comments and they have quite a big follower base as well, it can kind of, become a bit of a flywheel where it just like keeps ticking on. They see it, they share it, they comment on it, they like it. So I've had a few examples of that over the last 24 months when I've sort of been more serious about LinkedIn engagement. One of those was about Wicked. When Wicked came out, there was an unfortunate incident about the toy that Mattel released that had a URL on the back, which was accidentally a porn site instead of the actual wickedmovie.com. It was wicked.com. So it caused all this uproar and everyone was talking about it. Mainstream news, everybody was talking about it. And actually people were being very critical of this mistake. I know what goes into the product development process and I know how much these people have on their plate. That would have been one of thousands and thousands of products that went through the approval process. And it was a pretty simple mistake. So I saw people being critical. My opinion was, let's not pile on these people. There are real people that made this mistake. Let's not make it worse for them. I'm sure they're already very, regretful of that error. And it's not like it did it on purpose. I mean, when people make mistakes, my view is as long as it's not on purpose, like what was the intent? If it was an innocent mistake, let's forgive them and move on. And so that's basically what my post was all about. And I had a lot of people agree with me, but importantly, I had a lot of people disagree with me, which I'm very open to anybody, not agreeing with my view. And that's really what created, I think in the end, I had like 750,000 impressions. It was enormous, by far the biggest LinkedIn post that I've done. I also did another one around White Lotus when that was really big, season 3, where one of the main characters, it's the scene where he's feeling suicidal. He wants to shoot himself in the head, which is not the greatest scene to be involved with. For Duke, which is the college, he was wearing a Duke t-shirt. They were not very pleased about that. Apparently they didn't provide permission. And so, there was uproar about that as well. And so I sort of did a post about that, sort of expressing my opinion. And again, everybody sort of piled on. I also did another post about the tariffs on film, the announcement that was made earlier this year, which was, I never make political statements. I keep my political views to myself, but with that one, I was more just saying we need clarity. because it was a massive bomb that was dropped on the industry, and we had really no idea what it actually meant. And so I did a post just saying, look, we need more information. You know, this has a serious impact on our business. And that had a lot of engagement as well. I think anything with politics does. You know, if I was only focused on just getting impressions and engagement, I would, you know, post shocking political posts all the time, but that's not what I'm aiming for. You know, I do want people to see me as a thought leader in the licensing space and offer value. And I want people to know that the posts I'm doing are to put my views out there and to encourage a conversation, not just to get impressions and views and things like that. So that's sort of my LinkedIn strategy, and I feel like it's going quite well. So yeah, let's keep it up, see how it goes.
You see it? Oh.
Hi, my name is Matthew Otto, and I live in Long Beach, New York. One thing that's unique about my town is that it's a beach town. Remote work saves me time to go surfing in the morning or in the evening or even during lunch, something that would be impossible with an in-person job. I also love working from home because I get to be with my dog and take her out for walks. Because of both these things, I can truly say that every day is better than if I had to commute.
Hello, hola. My name is Michelle, and I'm here in my hometown, Barcelona. Something very unique about the place where I live and work from is the Mediterranean. As well as very much being a morning person, I'm also a stand-up comedian.
An incredible comedian on the scene. Put your hands together, go absolutely crazy for Michelle! Oh!
Hello, darlings. How are we? So I'm a comedian and performer here in Barcelona in English. No hablo español. And so being able to do comedy, because the shows are late at night, and so being able to do comedy late at night and still get up in the morning and have, you know, a relaxing start to the day and do the things I want to do and not be rushing for the metro or the bus or trying to get to an office, and just really being able to have a proper balance of the things that I love in life as well as doing work that I enjoy. That's what I love most. I am a big fan of having mornings to myself. I live right by the sea and love to ocean swim, run or do yoga at sunrise. It helps me be connected to my community here, living in a new part of the world. So having time in the mornings to myself and having time where I don't have to commute and I can just go and have a lovely swim, do some exercise, enjoy my coffee on my balcony and looking at the sea before I start my work. That's probably my favorite thing about remote working.
Hi, my name is Vinny Claus and I am a licensing executive at Born Licensing. And I want to tell you why I love, support and benefit from remote working. I also live in Curitiba, Brazil, but I won't tell you about the capybaras, as I'm sure Juliana and Eduardo would have told you all about them already. For me, remote working has removed the stresses of timekeeping by no longer having to worry about the time I need to wake up, how long do I have to get ready, how bad traffic's going to be, how long is it gonna take me to get to work. I feel like I have a more natural start of my day every morning. I now have developed a more dynamic routine for my mornings. I'm able to wake up and within 20 minutes I'm in front of my computer, and I like to start the day by prioritizing and sorting my emails. And I spread the time that I would have needed to get ready and have breakfast in the first couple of hours of my morning. I also particularly like how I can better manage my energy levels throughout the day. For instance, after I have lunch, I'm able to have a 15 minutes downtime on my couch while my body is getting adapted to the food intake and recover from that dip in energy. And on the subject of food, I also feel I have been able to eat healthier and control what I eat more than if I had to go into an office and had limited choices. Of course, remote working comes with a few challenges, especially when it comes to integrating with your colleague. But overall, I think its benefits outweighs the downsides. And when it comes to meeting my colleagues, that is such a special moment that we really cherish as a company. That's it.
Hi, I'm Amber and I live in London. I think one really unique thing about London is the museums and galleries that we have here. Not only are they some of the world's best, but they're often completely free to visit, which is something I definitely don't take advantage of enough, and it's a real luxury that I think other cities don't necessarily offer. Working from home just gives me so much more flexibility. Spending potentially 2 hours commuting every day just is not a good way to start and end your day, and not having to do that allows me to take my daughter to nursery, which is just so valuable, having that extra time with her each day. I'm lucky that her nursery is in a beautiful park around the corner. There each morning we have a lovely stroll through the park, we play on the swings, and then I drop her off at nursery, and that's just something I wouldn't be able to do if I had to commute into work. I also love working from home because I find the office environment just doesn't suit me. I find I'm way more productive working from home. And I think in an office, there's lots of distractions, you get pulled into meetings that you don't necessarily need to be in, whereas working from home, I can focus much better. And it means when we do meet up with my colleagues and we have our monthly lunches, it's even more special and even more fun because we can catch up, and it just makes it a bit more special. Me and Laura hanging out.
So I just had a call with someone who manages our automations, and we're wanting to improve our processes. We get a lot of companies contact us every day. We get hundreds and hundreds every month. I think on average, we're 10 to 15 companies a day contacting us, needing our help with licensing. It's very difficult to manage all of those leads that are coming in. So we do have some automation, we do have some AI. It's helping us, but we do want to improve that system even more. So I wanted to take you through that today. So let me show you. Let's start with the top of the funnel. Contact is made by the client. Now that usually happens via our website. It could be email, could be LinkedIn, or it could be something else. But essentially what all of these paths take them to is a type form. And this type form asks them a lot of questions about their company, about who they are, where they're based, and so forth. But there are actually 4 very important questions that we ask. 1, how long have they been in business for? 2, how many staff do they have? 3, what were their sales for the last 12 months? And 4, what are their sales projections if they get the license that they're interested in? Now, those 4 questions are very important because they're qualifying questions. They are questions that we use to decide if we think that we can help them. And with the automation process, after they have completed the type form, that will go to our AI program that helps with this, and it determines whether or not they are suitable for us based on the score. So it tallies up all of the information that they've given, particularly those 4 qualifying questions, and it gives them a score. Now, if they're above a certain benchmark that we've set, then they move on to the process. If they're not qualified, they go over here, not qualified. And at the moment, they are sent an email to say, sorry, unfortunately, we don't think we can help. Please keep in touch, reach out to us in another 6 months, and we'll see if the situation has changed. But if you do want some more immediate licensing advice, then follow this link. And that is the intro link where people can book a consultation with me. It's a one-on-one consultation where they can pay to speak to me. And so if they really, really need more immediate help with licensing and guidance on licensing, then they have that option to do that. Now, if they are qualified, it then sends a Calendly link to them. So they will go on Calendly and they'll book a time with me to have that call. So we have that sales call there. And then once we have that call, we send a proposal. Typically the call will be about half an hour. Then after the call, if we feel like it would be a great partnership for everybody, we'll send a proposal. And then if they agree to move forward, then we send them a contract. And they essentially become a client once they sign. Now that's our current process. I do want to make some tweaks. So let me get the rubber here. There's just a few minor tweaks, but they're gonna really change a lot. So at the moment, this call is with me. And to be honest, I don't really have the time to be doing all of these calls. And I'm not doing a great job at doing these calls anyway. We've now hired people that can do a brilliant job with that. So we want to make sure that anyone from North America is being sent to Matt. We want to make sure that anyone from EMEA, so Europe, Middle East, and Africa, is being sent to Michelle. Now, anyone outside of those areas, what I'm planning on doing is giving them the option to choose Michelle or Matt. Then we follow the same process. So Michelle and Matt will have those calls, and then they'll go ahead and send the proposal, sign the contract, and then we onboard them as a client. Now, this is also going to change here as well, because if you have been living under a rock, then you might not know that I've started a new course, Learn to License, for everybody that needs help with licensing. Very great course for them to really understand licensing. So instead of sending them to Intro, I'm going to send them to Learn to License. I'm basically going to tell them, unfortunately, we can't help you. We don't feel like you're in the right spot right now for our services, but I do encourage you to go to Learn to License and learn more about licensing, and then share your thoughts after that. This is a really good resource, particularly for those young companies who, aren't generating a lot of revenue just yet. Maybe they still need to get their manufacturing sorted. Maybe they still need to sort out distribution channels and build their relationship with customers if they're an e-commerce brand, and so if there's still work to do, it's still really important for them to learn about licensing, to know what they need to do to prepare and start that licensing journey. The other thing that we want to change is this qualifying point. So at the moment we have a certain benchmark, but we want to lower the benchmark. We've had some really great clients come through that didn't qualify based on the system that we have at the moment, based on that AI process that we have, but they came through, they were not qualified, but they actually became really great clients because they found us through another way. We assessed the business. We felt like actually it was a right fit and this process is a bit too simple. So what we're going to do is not go all in on AI like we have, maybe 50-50. So we're going to reduce the benchmark by 50% for the qualifying. And then I can let Michelle and Matt determine whether or not they will see this prospect as someone that does qualify. So we'll see how that goes. And as always, I'm open to make tweaks, but I thought it would just be helpful for you to see that process. And essentially that's how I manage a high volume of inquiries coming in for Born to License. So I'll leave you with that.
Hey Born to License listeners, I've got some incredible news to share with you today. First up, we have some absolutely game-changing interviews with top licensing industry leaders dropping later this month. These conversations are going to blow your mind with.
So I think that's what we should do. And then maybe we have to play behind the scenes about the course, and then maybe a countdown. And then we would say, and now you have early access.
So we're going to go towards Sumter Grill and Kinkelly.
Nos estamos jugando.
Whenever I have a haircut, I feel like it's like weights lifted off.
4 o'clock on a Friday, I'm like, all right. I've got to start to get in the zone of my 30 kilometers tomorrow. It's a mental challenge more than anything.
So today is 5 weeks until the big day. I'm running 30 kilometers. I think today will be my second biggest run before the actual race, second longest run before the actual race. So I'm going to be running 10 kilometers light, then 18 kilometers at race pace, which is going to be,
around 445 kilometers per minute. Sorry, 445 minutes per kilometer. And then I'll finish up with 2 light kilometers to come home. So it's going to be a long one. I'm going to be out for maybe, 2 hours, 45 minutes. So I've got some podcasts, I've got some music, and I'm ready to go. If you've ever wondered what I look like at 5:30 a.m, this is it. I'm sure you've wondered that. Big day today. I have interval training. It's my last big interval training before the marathon, but I have a lot of other things I need to do before that. So I'm up early. I'm going to do about 45 minutes of work. Why is it so much happening today? So first of all, last night was the licensing awards in London. I obviously didn't go because I'm here, but we won, which is so exciting. And it's the first time we've actually won a licensing award. So we've won the global awards at the International Licensing Awards in Vegas. We've won that 4 times, but we've never won the one in London. So this one, we had Alberto was there along with the Roald Dahl Story Company team to accept the award. It was for the Sainsbury's campaign with the BFG that was so successful last Christmas, and it was amazing to see that they won that. So that's really good. What else is happening today? The season 2 trailer for the Born to License podcast is going live.
He sold $1 million of that costume in the first year.
Brand manager wanted, call Mike.
We didn't do actually any paid ads.
So Eduardo's been working really, really hard on that, and it looks amazing. So that's going out this morning. I have to make sure we're tagging everybody, drawing up a lot of interest for that, because the trailer for Funko episode 1 goes on Friday, and then the actual episode is live on Monday. So we want to really start to get people excited about that. In addition, we have 3 Born to License launches happening today. The first is Eloise at the Plaza with Dream Big Little Co. So our bamboo partner looks absolutely incredible. So we want to make a song and dance about that. The second, Stephen C. and Jewelers is doing their second Wicked collection. So last year they had huge success with the first film, and now they're going to follow that up with another one. So everything's ready to go. We're sending emails out about that now, and we're going to post it on our socials. And third, we have Crazy Juice Studios, who's launching their Flash Gordon campaign on Kickstarter, which is very, very exciting. So we want to make sure we're supporting them as well. So there's a lot happening. I need to get everything sorted on my LinkedIn, on our Instagram, company channels and everything. And I want all that done before 6:30. So I need that done in the next 35 minutes so I can go ahead and do my interval training and then stick to my schedule because I've got a meeting first thing. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get to that. We are recording the Care Bears podcast episode today, which is very exciting. And I've just done a very slight prop change in the background. We have to have a Care Bear here. So, of course, we're having, I believe that is Funshine Bear will be in the background today. Very exciting. Charlotte, this is a real pinch me moment because Care Bears is a brand that means a lot to me.
Similar to you, I'm a 1985 baby and grew up with Care Bears.
Why do you think nostalgic brands are doing so well in licensing right now?
I don't know, it's really interesting. I think it depends on the brand.
Three weeks till the Melbourne Marathon. Today is my longest running day of the cycle, 33 kilometers. I couldn't have asked for a better day. Take a look. "33 kilometers done. Now the good news is I get to spend the rest of the weekend lying around doing nothing, relaxing, watching Netflix, and most importantly, eating all the food I want. That is my favorite thing after marathon training, is I get to eat. Yes.
Felly. What happens when you fall?
Yeah, you run back automatically.
Oh no, my bike is ages away.
Oh, there's a car almost here. So this is where we just spend some time having a catch up as a team, or whoever is able to join, and talk about what we achieved in the last quarter, which we've already done lightly. And then the fun part is that we play a game. So we're going to have a quiz. If everybody can open their Kahoot, we're getting started. Good luck, everyone. This quarter, we signed our 30th Born to License client. How many countries do we now have Born to License clients in? Is it 3, 4, 5, or 6?
Oh, damn it.
The answer has not changed. We are on 6. Eduardo started working with us this quarter. Of the options listed, what does he like to eat for breakfast more? Cereal, hot dogs, pão de queijo, or Vegemite toast?
I feel like this is a trick question.
That's a good one.
Hot
dog. It is hot dog.
Really? Not
God.
even food for breakfast.
Hot dog for
No.
No judging, guys, no judging. Season 2 of the Born to License podcast has launched. Who is not a guest yet? Hasbro, Cloudco, FearAware, or Warner Brothers?
Oh, damn it.
Correct answer is Warner Brothers. We have not locked in a time with them, unfortunately. But the rest we have. Eduardo and Dave will be hitting Australia this week. What food will David be making him try? Vegemite, Tim Tams, chicken parma, or all of the above?
I thought I was going to get this right.
All those people that said Vegemite, it's all of the above, I'm afraid. He's going to try all of it.
You didn't put dim sum in there. Abby's always really fast.
Dun, 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 dun. Albie was third. That means that Juliana was second and Vinny was first.
Yay! Well done.
Well done, Quizney. And well done, Juliana. You're getting a $50 voucher. We'll convert that to Brazilian real for you.
So nice to see everyone.
All right, nice to see you, Amber. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining. Bye.